Yay! So I think this thing is recording. You're crooked. You need to be even. Or sort of. Okay. So I'm testing this out because I haven't done a video podcast or anything in a long time. Nathan, you're right behind me. Can you talk?
Huh?
Talk.
What do you want to know?
I don't know. I just need you to talk because I'm recording.
Is this an actual recording?
Yes, it's an actual recording.
Oh, well then I don't want to be a part of any of that.
What?
Because I use a lot of disgusting language. There's NSFW.
Mm.
And it's the end of the world.
It's the end of the world.
My Corona.
Okay. So while I'm trying to do this recording, he's got the TV going. That's a great idea. This is going to work out really, really well.
What's the Corona news?
It's the Corona news. We got to watch the Corona news. So this is my COVID deterrent that I made for myself. Yay! I made it with 90% alcohol and some aloe vera, which took me a really, really long time to find. And then I used some of my essential oils that I have from long ago. And everything worked out. So far, so good. Although I do feel a bit of a tickle in my throat. It is windy. Super, super windy. So there you have it. Anyway, I haven't done a podcast or anything like that in a really, really long time. And I'm kind of excited to see if this system is going to work out for me. It is recording. It is super easy to use. It's way easier than any other system that I have ever used before, pretty much ever. And I've used a lot of systems, and I've been trying to do this for a really long time, and I've never found something like quite as intuitive as Zoom. And who knew that this system would come out at this particular moment in time? And so many people would be using it all at the same time, and it's doing a fairly decent job. Now, the other thing that I wanted to try out was the screen share portion of this. I don't know if I'll be able to connect like two cameras so that I can do what I've always wanted to do, which was do a video broadcast and a overtop kind of a simultaneous thing so that I could also record my hands when I am trying to show somebody how to knit or crochet, because that is definitely something that I want to do, especially right now. I think I went on a, here was my plan. My plan was I'm going to go on a, not a vacation. I'm not on vacation. I'm going to work from a home sort of situation. I'm self-isolating because I have asthma, and I know that one of my coworkers was under the weather, but she was refusing to leave work. She was refusing to accept that she was sick. And so my boss's daughter left from work and left me and the other two assistants, one of which was slightly under the weather, plus our two other bosses. One moment, please. Joe!
Bully roll!
Stop!
He needs the bully roll.
Sorry, I wasn't about to like do it. I'm just, my nose itches. You know how it goes. Anyhow. So, see, here's the thing. Like, you use so much of this antibacterial stuff, then your nose itches, and then you have to use it again. You're just like, it's never ending. It's never ending, but luckily my hands are not getting dry, which is like, those essential oils that I'm using in this hand sanitizer for myself are really, really good. So, what was I saying? Oh, right. So this girl was sick, and I am like, you know, asthmatic. The last time that I got sick, I was deathly ill. Anybody that follows me on Instagram would know that I don't normally like to post like, oh, I'm so sick. I'm always sick. I have fibromyalgia. So I'm always not feeling well.
Fake disease.
Fake disorder.
Fakery.
I have fake news fibromyalgia. Anyway, it's not something that I like. I have fibromyalgia to the world because nobody cares. You don't care.
I have fibromyalgia and I need cash now. Go JG.
I hope that people can actually hear that clearly because my microphone is over here and he's like directly behind me and he thinks that he's being funny.
I'm a comedian.
Turn it down a little bit, will you? Jesus. I don't even know if this is going to work out. And I'm just going with it because I haven't done this for so long. I'm just going to bring it.
You got the fibro.
I'm just going to talk until I'm done talking.
My
I don't think I'm not comfortable with like, you know, the view right here.
The décolletage?
Excuse me?
That's
No,
why you've got
I
it
don't.
covered.
Oh, no. My
Yes.
décolletage does not bother me. It doesn't
For
bother
the
you,
layman,
does
it's called
it?
cleavage.
No. No, that's not it. It's not that. It's this right here is the butt chin, whatever. Butt chin? Why did I call it a butt chin? Isn't this the butt chin? Anyway, what was I saying? So the girl did not leave the office. So and then my boss's daughter was just suddenly mysteriously not coming into the office. And everybody kept asking, why do you think she's not here? Do you think she's sick? Do you think there's something wrong with her? No, I know that there's something wrong with her. But she definitely is terrified of the idea of getting her father sick. And her father's over 70 and he's our boss. And if he's gone, like, she would be absolutely, utterly devastated. She doesn't have any other siblings. I don't think. I think maybe she has another sister. I don't know. We don't ever hear about her. But
She murdered her.
so yeah, she was mysteriously gone for like a week, and I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm actually starting to feel a little bit nervous, so I'm gonna think about staying home. That night that I finally made that decision, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna have to talk to my boss. I got a text message from his daughter and himself and to everybody at the office, which is only 6 of us, saying we're gonna be closed on Friday. As of Friday, after Friday, we're gonna be closed. And we're gonna all work from home and we're gonna be doing what we're all supposed to be doing right now, which is self-isolating. And so that next day we went to the office and everything was fine and I was prepping and I got all my stuff. If I don't take all my things, I will not feel comfortable working from home when I feel like I'm not that good at it yet. So I packed up all my stuff to make myself as comfortable as I could in my home office living room. So I got all my stuff, I got ready, and I don't know, at some point my boss was saying, you know, that his friend, who is a real estate agent, is saying that he's staying open because he's claiming to be an essential business. And I looked at my boss, I said, if anybody's an essential business, we are. He's not. And when one of his employees ends up getting this virus and gets sick and gets somebody else sick and somebody dies, he's going to be freaking held liable. Because he is refusing to acknowledge what's going on and refusing to accept what the governor, what the mayor, what everybody, the entire world is saying, which is stay home. Well, if you're not an essential business, you don't need to be there. But I told my boss, I'm like, you know, that's not right. And I said, if anything, we're an essential business. We work in the financial industry, and we're an independent brokerage firm, and that's an essential business. It's not a bank, but it is a bank. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that little nugget went into my boss's brain, and he was like, "You're right, Michelle. Glad I hired you." And said, "We're all staying at the office." And I looked at him and I was like, "Yeah, you guys can stay. I'm gonna go though. because I'm high risk.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry.
Oh, hey, how are you?
So that's me. I've been at home the whole week coping with COVID. So I didn't even put any makeup on, you guys, I swear. I mean, I really, today was like the first day that I kind of put some makeup on. So what did Boo do? Oh, toilet paper. Oh my God, that's precious. That's like treasure.
My precious.
We messed up the toilet paper, dude. Do you have any idea what we went through to get that? What's wrong with you, dog? I'm throwing you out.
You naughty hobbitses. Filthy hobbitses.
Throwing you out in the street. I'm so thirsty. I want more water. Go get me
Apologize to mommy. Apologize.
Apology.
Not to me.
Apology not accepted.
Apologize to mommy.
We need toilet paper.
Apologize to mommy. Apologize to mommy.
That was my hand.
Apologize to mommy. Don't apologize.
I hope you enjoyed that.
Your shame. Oh,
hand sanitizer.
Oh, be careful. You run for your shoulder. Hey.
I'm not editing this at all. Sorry. Mostly because I don't feel like it. So yeah, I've been working from home the rest of the week.
Life.
I did a couple of things to make myself a little bit more comfortable at the office. For example, I brought my actual real glasses. Yes, I wear glasses just for reading the computer and reading close up. So it's a bifocal thing. And I got these cool rose-colored headsets.
Help me.
Are you all right?
Help! 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 I'm getting attacked
Like,
by my
really?
service dog.
I'm recording.
Yes, he's going bananas.
Bananas? Were those your balls?
Yes.
That's
It's about
great.
our life.
About that life?
Oh, it's about our life.
Okay.
If you want the service,
Can you clean, please? I'm podcasting.
I don't care.
Okay. So, that was fun. This is going to be fun, you guys. Us right here, this thing that we're doing with all that, it's going to be great.
Self-isolation?
So, got my headsets, which it has a microphone here. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do all the phone calls from the office. It's got a microphone here. It's going to be great. Fuck no. No. I'm crazy. So I'm using my Yeti, which is good. I have here, you can see. That's my microphone. Yeah. And the next thing that so that was my printer. I've got a little printer there that can you even see? Like, oh my God, I've got so much stuff here. We're in a really tiny, tiny, tiny apartment. So that's my little printer, which works. It gets the job done. But the scanner was like, that was not going to work for me. I need speediness. So I was scanning from my phone. That was how bad that got. So I went out and I got this little versatile mobile scanner. It is the freaking coolest. It scans really fast. And it just puts it up as a PDF right on the printer. Right on the computer. And these are some of the other things that I have from my house. My buttons.
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horseshit.
And this file thing, which I bought myself. And obviously, my yarn ball winder and my Swift. Great stuff. Can't have a desk without those things. And yeah, I hope I didn't show anything personal. I don't think I did. I would be like fired, literally, like that. I might have to cut that out. I don't know what I was thinking. I realized that when I saw all these post-its with important information, none of which is actually client related, but it is personal. So there we go. Now putting it away. And so that's good. Anyway, so back to the whole issue was here I am working from home. Thank you. Be quiet, phone. So yeah, working from home and actually working more hours than I'm used to. I'm used to commuting for like 3 to 4 hours a day, every day, 4 or 5 hours a day, every day, Monday through Friday. And now I just, get up, and my commute is literally a minute from the bedroom to the living room to where I turn on my phone. I wipe the sleep out of my eyes, and I start answering emails and working like an animal for the next like 5 hours until I finally get up for air and like beg for something to eat, and water and pee and brush my teeth. Somewhere in between. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I'm working way, way more hours than I would, because normally I would just kind of like, I got stuck in traffic. Somebody died on the freeway. It's raining. I left 5 minutes late. I ended up getting there 3 hours later. That happens every single day, like every single day without fail. Every single day. It's awful. It's really, really the worst commute. I'm 50 miles away from work. It really should only take me about 40 minutes, 45 minutes to get here from literally door to door. Door to door. And yet, I end up spending an hour, hour and a half, not an hour, what am I talking about? Hour and a half to 3 hours. The worst commute was when I left the house at maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes past 5 in the morning, and I got to work at exactly 9:15. That was pretty bad. That happened recently, and that was like I couldn't take it anymore. And when it happened again, that I was 3 hours late to work, I was like, I told my boss, I'm like, yeah, I'm buying a house. I'm buying a house a little bit closer, and if I'm a little bit closer, if I leave it at exactly the same time, even if I'm 10 minutes late, I'll still be early. So that's what I'm gonna do. And he's like, yay, because he's been waiting for me to move for a really long time now. So that's what I'm doing. That was the latest. Yay. I'm moving, hopefully, very soon. I just got a quote for what my payments could be if we got a $500,000 mortgage, which we wouldn't, we'll just get something that we can afford. I didn't really think about that back in the day when I was offered a $400,000 mortgage. I couldn't have afforded a house at that time. But there's nothing I can do about the scar on my face. Sorry. I think I'm gonna get lip injections, you guys. Like, I really can't handle my life. I'll talk about this issue that I'm having right now in a minute. I guess maybe I won't. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, getting a house, and we're excited. But in the meantime, we're stuck. We're still stuck in this shitty little tiny hovel of a house with absolutely no room. We're literally on top of one another. I'm working all freaking day for so many hours, and my husband's sitting there playing video games. It's driving me crazy. Who's he talking to? I don't care. So, now what I'm realizing, like I was saying, is that I am stuck here, literally immobile, the entire day. We're down an assistant, which is what makes it worse, because she's actually finally out sick. That girl that I said was sick and had like the cough that she wasn't acknowledging, finally went to the doctor, and turns out she has a bad cough. It's a really bad cough. She has a chest infection, and she's like, went back to the office after, like, she went back to the office the next day. She took one day off, went back to the office, just like what we normally do, guys, right? This is what we're used to doing, because you're sick for a couple days, you feel fine, you got to work. Your boss isn't going to understand. They don't care. They need to make money, right? And they don't care if you make everybody in the office sick. A little cold isn't going to kill anybody, right? That's everybody's thought. Well, she went to work. Thank God I was already quarantining. Give me a moment. I hope it's back on now. Okay, so Now, the issue is she's out of the office. She went back to urgent care, and it turns out that the woman is very ill. She's got a deep chest infection. She's on antibiotics. It's a bronchial infection, and I could have been there, and she could have made me sick, and she might have already made me sick. And you know what? We're not used to not being okay with that. I'm not used to not being okay with that, because you're just used to people getting you sick all the time. I am. I catch everybody's cold. I have asthma. I'm used to it. I have a weak immune system. I accept it. I always have. When I get sick or when I'm going to get sick, I literally, all day, every day, I wipe down my entire area. I Lysol everything. Every single day. I sit down, I Lysol. I get up, I Lysol. That's what I do when I'm sick, because I know that I'm an attractant to everyone's illnesses. So I'm always going to get somebody's illness, cold, light cold, little cold, whatever, turns big on me. So I don't want to get anybody else sick, and I don't want to continue on the cycle. So these are the things that I do, right? This is why I always have this. I didn't run out when everybody was running like mad to, making a mad dash to all the stores. I have plenty on hand. I always have, because I'm always freaking ill, and I don't want to make anybody else ill. So I don't even know where I'm going with this. This is a crazy time, you guys. This is an absolute bananas crazy time. I don't even know what in the world is going on. And you don't want to be panicking and stressing and freaking out during a time like this. Like, that's the worst thing you need to be doing. You need to relax. You need to chill out. You need to work from home. Find a way. If you work in an office with lots of people, especially if you're an asthmatic the way I am, or have some other health condition, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed like I've usually been, and before it was like a thing that you don't talk about. Now it's like, oh, I have asthma, I have to socially isolate, bye. And right now you can't get really fired. I mean, you probably can, but you can fight it. Anyway, I'm really lucky that my boss has been very kind to me. I'm sure that there are limits though, so I really don't know what I'm going to do. I talked to him today, and I told him, if that girl is not better, and she better be better hopefully soon, because I'm starting to feel, you hear that? I'm starting to feel under the weather, which means I'm just a little bit behind her. And if it is COVID or something, I'm most likely going to end up in the hospital. I mean, I'm not going to say that I am, because that's like, you shouldn't think that way. But I'm going to do absolutely everything that I can to not end up in the hospital. I already have an inhaler. I already have, I'm armed with my Flonase. I've got, look, I mean, I'm freaking, you guys, I'm like a freaking, what do you call those people that are all germaphobes? Like, I was going to call myself a hermaphrodite, but that's not it. Definitely not that. Anyway, I can't breathe now. I've got my inhaler, I've got my Flonase, I've got my saline spray, I've got my diffuser. I'm going to get a humidifier soon. And I'm probably going to get one of those face masks that do steam in your face. Well, that's going to be fantastic. In the meantime, I am enjoying every second that I am overworked. Every second. Because working from home I am concentrating like I have never concentrated in my life. I have energy like I don't normally, because I've not spent 3 hours of that energy commuting to work. You just don't know. You just don't know. Fibromyalgia, I'm like sitting for 3 hours in a car. It's like death. Because then you're trying to get out of the car and you're like, ooh, can't move. I hate that about myself. I hate that about myself so much, but it is what it is. So I hope you're all doing very, very well. I hope that you're all taking care of yourselves, and I hope that everything is going to be all right faster than expected. And I really, above all else, in Los Angeles and the surrounding cities like San Bernardino and Riverside and Pomona, and like Pomona is part of Los Angeles County, well, whatever, you know what I mean, all the areas here in Southern California, I hope that we are overdoing it, okay? I hope that we are self-isolating more than we should. I hope that we in LA are taking this more seriously than we should be taking it. I hope that we're overdoing it. I hope this is overkill, and I hope that we don't end up with the same problems that they're having in New York or any other parts of the world. That's above all else what I truly, truly, truly hope. Now, aside from the working at home and the amazing relaxing time that I've been having by just getting up off my desk, away from my desk, and literally stepping one foot outside my freaking door, sitting down on my porch and enjoying the sunlight. Aside from all that, I have been knitting, which has been amazing.
So, guess what?
You're over there. If you're going to talk, you need to be over here so that people can hear you in the
what?
microphone, because I'm recording.
Bob, I just told him what happened.
You told Bob what happened?
Yeah.
What? Bob, your gamer buddy.
Yeah, he's a cop.
Yeah, he's a cop. You're far away and you're
His
talking.
wife Sprite was looking out the window a while back. She's like, Robert, there's people in the garden looking back at me. So he goes out, a cop, there's a police car in the driveway, goes out with his weapon drawn, 2 15-year-old girls in his back garden. He's like, are you insane? You almost got shot. It's 11:30 at night.
When did this happen?
A month or so back. A couple of months back. It wasn't that long back.
And you're interrupting this broadcast, this special broadcast, because of what?
And he's like...
The same thing happened to him that nobody here that is watching knows what you're talking about.
You already put on the thing that we had that weirdo turn up.
Yeah, but this is nothing to do with Instagram. Okay, here's where we are. So before we move on to the nitty and the gritty, I'll tell you something that happened to us literally last night. And I posted this. I'm sorry, my nose is... Sorry. One sec. My nose is literally itching like crazy because it's dry. What happened to us last night is Dante needed to go for a pee-pee. It was really cold, so he had his pajamas on. What I was trying to tell you guys was I started knitting a sweater for myself. That was too tight. The neck was too tight, the collar was too tight. Rather than frogging it, I literally just grabbed another skein of yarn, didn't stress out, didn't worry about the time that I spent doing that. And I moved on to the next thing. When I'm ready to add that bit into it, I'll frog it into the sweater that I'm working on right now. So literally, I started 2 sweaters. One is just the collar bit up to here. And the other one is like, I'm almost ready to, well, I'm ready to do the arm parts. So what I started doing, because my dog loves being warm, is I started putting the tight one on him, and he literally hops into it. Like, he loves being warm and he loves hand knit things. He's a very, very, very knit worthy dog, let me tell you. Very pampered dog, but he's also a very cold dog. He's a bully, and he doesn't have extra fur, and he just is always very cold, and he's very sensitive. So he had to go pee-pee, and he didn't want to go pee-pee, so we started recording him and laughing and having fun. And he had his little, collar on the pink one, that sweater that I'm probably going to finish now because he loves it so much. So I'm going to turn it into a dog sweater. And he had his little bully jammies, and his little unicorn bully jammies, which are just so, so cute. You can find those jammies on Tooth and Honey for your little pup. They're very fitted, very fitted jammies. Anyway, the point is, we were having such a good time in the backyard recording him.
As it was.
Cold as it was. Tell him, go pee-pee, Dante, go pee-pee, and then we can go Mimi, because that's the routine. We go pee-pee, we go Mimi. At 9 or 10 o'clock at night, that's what we do. Go pee-pee, we go Mimi. Okay, so there we were recording him. Dante, go pee-pee, go pee-pee, go pee-pee. Freaking Dante did not want to go pee-pee. He did not want to go pee-pee. It was so friggin' irritating. I'll show you the video so you can see what I am talking about. And let me lower down the thing. There we go. So you can see what's going on. This is what happened last night.
Pee pee and then we mimi. Pee pee and then we mimi. Go. Go pee pee. Dante, pee pee.
We've been doing this for like 10 minutes already.
No. Dante, go pee pee. Stop. It looks like you're playing now. Go pee pee.
Okay. Hold it down.
Dante, if you go pee pee, I give you extra banky. What's that?
See that look on his face?
Who are you? Who are you?
He never
What?
does that.
He was saying,
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
why are you talking about rape and stuff?
Nathan, go inside.
Okay, I'm gonna end it there because the rest of it is quite unnecessary. That is what happened in our backyard last night. This guy walks up to our freaking backyard and starts yelling, "Why are you talking those words? Why are you saying those words? Why are you talking about rape?" It was a really, really weird situation. And he had something in his hands that looked a little bit shiny. So what happened is I told my husband to go get his weapon, and Nathan went inside, and when he came back out, the guy left. And he tripped over some stuff, or that happened before. I don't know. The timeline of it is like all foggy right now. Then my husband went out there to the other side of the fence. That it's all one property. Okay, it's all out. It's all the neighbor's property. The owner of our house, our little property here. And so our tiny little backyard is tiny, but the lot is huge. And there are all these houses that surround that area. So that guy must have either come through our front gate or my neighbor's front gate, or he hopped over the fence, which he hopped back over when my husband was out there with the gun. Now, at this point, I called the police. He was already gone. And suffice it to say, the cops ended up getting him. They nabbed him. They had him in the car. They talked to the owner of the property, and he may or may not have gone to jail. I really don't know.
You're in jail now.
I really don't know, but it was a frightening situation. And so what my husband is interrupting us with now is that his friend that he video games with, his wife got scared by two young girls. Got scared by two young girls. It was pitch black. It was late at night, and he's a cop. And why? Excuse me? Why is that happening right now? Why are people being crazy? It is a really crazy, scary time, and it's so unnecessary to be behaving that way.
Cabin fever from Corona.
Maybe kids are getting cabin fever, but that guy did have something in his hands. It turns out that it was a mirror, but it looked something shiny. And I had to tell the cops, like, please be careful. I don't know what he had in his hands. And when I said be careful, I mean don't shoot him. Like I didn't want to say he's got something in his hands, but I had to say he had something shiny in his hands. It could have been a backpack. It could have been, a glass. I really didn't know what it was. I never said it was a gun. I never said it was a knife. And I would never want to put somebody in danger, even though they scared the pants out of me. I wouldn't want to do something like that. So I made sure to tell them that, yeah, he had something in his hands, but I don't know what it was because I didn't. So, you guys, I mean, this is crazy. I think that what's happening is I'm getting some of the, alcohol on my face. And, whew, I mean, really? That's gross. I'm sorry. And look, my eyes are puffy. Guess why my eyes are puffy? They're not puffy because, well, they could be puffy because I'm having allergies, but they're also puffy because last night I watched the season finale of Picard. Oh my god. I can't. It's so sad. I love Star Trek. Probably people don't know this about me because I don't really talk about what a Star Trek nerd I am, but I'm a major. You set on your alarm, big butt. Can you clean that area, please? That's gross. Yeah, I'm a major Star Trek nerd. I love it. I love Star Trek. So I'm watching Picard. I'm waiting for Discovery to come out. And last night, I just basically, I don't think I've ever cried watching Star Trek like that, ever. And I cried and cried and cried. And listen, if you're not into Star Trek, I don't give a shit. You know, I love that show. And Picard is very, very different from any of the other Star Trek shows. But the fact that it's the same character continuing on with his life and going on a different journey, it's still beautiful to me and heartwarming and part of that sort of like world, that universe, and I absolutely love it. So last night was the season finale and it was so sad that I freaking bawled my friggin' nerdy eyes out, and they're still poofy. Okay, let's talk about some knitting because I've just like spent all this time yammering. I don't even know if it's recording anymore. Okay, so this is, I forgot the name of it, but it's like a Paris, something Paris shawl. I did this, you guys, with the dude from, what do you call it? What is it? The Hustle? Nathan, what's their names?
Oops.
When they're doing their yarn hustle, side hustle, Rebecca, the Mean Girls, and then there's Fiber Hustle. All the hustles. Fiber Hustle did their first knit along. They did their first knit along during the winter, I think, or beginning of the year, I think. I said winter. It probably was the winter, but it was the beginning of the year-ish. And they did a knit along, and I joined. And this is the Paris in France. Paris shawl? Paris? France and Paris? Look, I don't know. I forgot the name of the shawl. I should be better prepared. But yeah. This yarn my husband bought for my anniversary. It's Woolen Boon. And I forgot the name of the yarn, but it's like this beautiful lavender that is not really showing up well on camera, but it's a beautiful lavender shawl. And I had the big friggin' juicy balls of yarn to add this extra bit here of Hue Loco, which I don't remember the name of the yarn, but it is Hue Loco. It is a sparkle, and it is from like a special limited edition Grocery Girls thing from last year. I think it was from last year. You guys, I mean, I don't know how I had the nuts to do that, but I had them, and I put it in there, and I don't care. I don't care. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Then you care. If you care, I don't care. My point is, I don't care. It's beautiful, and I love it. There you go. So I also did my Find Your Fade, which is somewhere over there. Should I go get it? I don't know. I wonder if I can pause this. I think I'm going to pause it. Hold on. Okay. Yay. That was cool. I hope that this is actually recording correctly. So this is the reason why I had some of that extra yarn, because at some point I worked it into my Find Your Fade. You're not going to get these names out of me. I have no idea. This is, again, one of those colors from Hue Loco that I just happened to pick up. And you guys, literally find my fade as I go. I don't know why. It just occurred to me that that would be a fantastic idea to just figure it out as I went. Now, I wasn't going to plan out any colors. I wasn't going to choose my palette. I just picked up some stuff and I just went with it. So this was from Hue Loco, and this was like a tail and the rest of the yarn was some, I think the yarn that went with it is this one. It is. And I only used a teeny tiny bit, which was kind of like seriously a shame. I was sad about that. And then there was some more of this yarn. I think this is like a lemonade something or another, lemonade shop yarn. And this is some more Hue Loco in here. Now I'm starting to wonder, where did I get this other Hue Loco from this thing? Like, where did that come from? I must have used this in something else, because that's not in this one and I thought it was. I'm crazy. Okay, so whatever. Anyway, so this is that, and this is some of what I had left over from this shawl. I know I got sick of this color as much as I loved it. It was from my anniversary and I had 2 balls of it, but it was more than enough for this shawl. However, I was done with this color, so I had to throw in something crazy because I just had to break it up. It was too monotonous for me. I'm not used to doing just like a single color anymore. And I break it up with crazy colors in between, and well, I think it works. I like it. I mean, there's like crazy amounts of this same purple in here. I had to use it. I don't know. I love it. So I threw it in here and realized I didn't have enough to keep going for a good length amount of time. So I had to work in. See, if you notice, there's no lace with this woolen boon here. This is the lace, and I had to throw in some other color in there, which probably worked, probably not. I don't care. And then I very quickly ran out of like ideas of what colors I should be ending this shawl with. And I added some of my purple yarn that I dyed a long time ago. I don't know. It might be this. Oh, I do know. This is a colorway that Bohemian Fibers dyed for me. It's a custom colorway, and it's based off of Pumpkin Jack. It was a picture that I gave her, and it had Pumpkin Jack. I forgot his name, Jack Skellington, on it. It was really cool. It was a really cool picture. And now this is my yarn that I dyed a long time ago, and I took it out of my shop because I kind of like put my shop on hiatus. Because, yeah, that's another story. And then I realized I needed another color, and I needed another color that was going to be more poppy. It was going to pop, and it needed to be solid. I don't know why, but I felt like it really needed to be solid, and it needed to be darker than any of the other colors that I had used in my entire shawl. It just needed to end with a dark color. I don't know why, but I really, really, really felt like that's what I needed to do. So I created on the spot a new color, and I called it Moving Blue. Now, here, you really can't tell. It is truly, truly, truly picking up the blue more than it is the purple. This is actually, let me see if I can get it to kind of see that hue that you can see up here. It's more purpley. It's very difficult to show you because all the colors around me are showing up bright, bright, bright blue. But this is actually a very deep, one of the deepest purples that I've ever seen or made myself. It's actually very deep blue. And in the light, very deep purple. That's still too blue. It's actually a very, very deep purple, and it's absolutely stunning. But that's that hue that you're seeing on the screen. That's the underlying base of a deep kind of royal blue in there. And probably the reason why I'm nerding out a little bit on this, like yarn dyer wise, is because I'm very proud of this purple. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to recreate it, but I'm especially proud of the name I gave it. Moving Blue is actually the color of what is that one car, Nathan? Larry has it.
Ferrari.
No. You know who has it? The broker that used to work at Oppenheimer that's not there anymore. Hold on. So it's
Aston
called.
Martin.
Well, no, it's not.
We had an Aston Martin.
What about Stan King? Stan had something else.
Oh, he's got the one that's got the trident on the front.
So it's a Maserati. And Maserati has something called moving blue on their cars. It's one of those colors that's like a color within a color and sparkly shiny. Like chrome like. Hollow almost. So like if you move it, it turns a different color. And that is what this color is to me. And it's not at all coming through in this video. Sorry. Boop. It's not coming through at all in this video. And I'm very, very proud of it. So sorry you can't see it, but you'd have to see it in person. And I don't ever go anywhere, so fat chance. Okay, so the next thing that I worked on was a pair of socks. Now, I'm not going to show you the actual socks. I'm going to show you this part. This, pretend, is a sock. And this pattern, I can't remember where I got it from, but it was free and it was from Christmas. I think it was Scrooge something or another. I can't remember the name of the pattern. Let me see if I can find it really quick. No, I'm in the wrong place. I'm in my notebook and I gotta go to my library because I have not. Have you guys been keeping up with your Ravelry? I have not. It's been so bad. I have not done anything with my Ravelry. Okay, so here's a problem. Oh, I know. They're the Humbug Socks by Ambrose Smith. Oh my god. I gotta get back to the Zoom because I have no idea what's going on. So this is the Ambrose sock. Sorry, the Humbug sock by Ambrose Smith. Cute pattern. And I love the socks. My socks are beautiful and they're made with like inexpensive, kind of rusticy, but real soft and good feel, like really nice. It's kind of alpaca, it's alpaca twist by Yarnbee, Hobby Lobby. Don't talk about Hobby Lobby. We don't talk about Hobby Lobby in this house. We don't talk about Hobby Lobby, but we use them. I don't care. I don't care what you think. Shut up.
First rule of Hobby Lobby, you don't talk about Hobby Lobby. Second rule of Hobby Lobby, you don't talk about Hobby Lobby.
These are my top-down mittens. I meant top, from here. So what I did was I took that beautiful, cute little pattern that Ambrose put into socks, and I made mittens to match. Oh my god, I'm so happy with them. They're so cute. And this is the same color cuff and same color toe that I used in my socky. And I did them 2 at a time, top down, no instructions, no clue what I was doing. I don't know how I did this gusset part. I figured it out on my own. I don't know how, but it's like it all came to me like an open book in my brain. It just happened. I don't know how. And I even did, you guys, a mind-blowing situation. I even did, and this is, this is the result. This is the result. But I even did my thumbs top down 2 at a time. Can you believe I did that? Can you? I couldn't believe it. The problem is I did it kind of tight and too long, and but whatever, it works. And they're warm and they're beautiful and I love them so much. I love them so much, and it's inexpensive yarn. I mean, they're like $4 something a ball. And okay, I know that the little tippies, they're not great. If they really bothered me, you guys, I can just take them in from the inside a little bit, just sew a little bit. But I leave them kind of long because, you guys, sometimes I like to have long nails. And if I don't have enough room in there for my nails, then it's just going to feel really awkward. So this is my beautiful humbug top-down mitten. Oh my God, they're so cute. I love them so much. Don't you love them? They're so cute. I know, they're so pretty. Yeah, I especially love the fact that I did. Why do my thumbs make that shape? I especially love that I made them all from the tip down and two at a time, everything two at a time, because it just, yeah, it may take more time, but for me it saves time and it also makes them even. So I don't worry about anything being uneven ever. And I love that. I do my sleeves two at a time. I just have to. I can't not do things two at a time, because just having one, I don't know what you call that. I wouldn't call myself OCD. I don't think I'm OCD. But if I have like one or two rows that are longer than the other side, like, I don't like it. It's not that I feel uneven. It's that I can visually see that it's uneven, and I don't like it. I can't even begin to tell you how many magazines I've seen with people with uneven socks, and I'm like, dude, that's a magazine. Add another freaking like add another row. Figure it out. Add another row. Figure it out, because it's not even. The model's like, I mean, don't you see that? I see it. It drives me crazy. It's really cold right now because my door is open, so I'm freezing, and I'm glad I have these on. But I have to move on to the next thing. So, and I'm kind of yammering on a little bit because I kind of want to finish. I didn't expect to actually do a real podcast, and I know this isn't exactly a professional one. I wasn't ready for one. My living room is a mess. Like, everything's dirty. I don't have any makeup on. My hair is not done. I woke up like this, so I didn't mean to like actually start talking for as long as I did. This is supposed to be a test run, but whatever, it'll work. Here is my next creation, which I'm quite proud of. I don't think I've actually seen it properly, but this is a center out shrug, hand knit, no pattern, with sleeves. Oh, with actual sleeves, you guys. Oh my God. And it's so cute. I love it. And it's all Malabrigo. It's like almost every single ball of Malabrigo that I had in my stash. All worsted weight. I didn't even pay attention to exactly what balls I was picking up. This one is one I don't like. I don't like the color pooling of this one in particular. I don't remember where I got it. I don't know where it came from. Thank you for closing the door. It was freaking freezing. But I phased it out real quick. And I also didn't, you closing the door, I think that messed up, and there's something in my damn shoe. Anyway, and I didn't blend anything, which kind of, I'm a little bit disappointed about, but I feel like it would have looked weird trying to do a fade in a square on a square and a square and a square and a square, that I feel like it wouldn't have looked right. Maybe I'll try that another time when I decide to make it actually bigger. And I should have made it a little bit bigger. I should have not been so impatient. I should have made it a little bit bigger, but I didn't. And so I had to make an extra big collar and stretch it, like really stretch it down my butt, because it didn't want to go down my butt. It's hard to explain, but this is it. And I, haven't woven in all the ends. I'll show you what it looks like. I do like the collar. I mean, it's cute because it's extra long, and this is pretty much what it looks like. Thank you for offering. You're such a jerk. Probably should take this off That'll make it better, but I'm cold. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. I like it. Here, let me stand up. Don't judge me. I'm wearing a friggin' sports bra and my gut's hanging out. You know how it does that. Hold on. There. Okay. My dog. Woo! My dog's looking at me like, the hell are you doing, hooker? That is my center out shawl. And I got the idea because I did a center out, super long center out shawl. Where's my inhaler? I'm already out of breath. I think I left it in the car. So I did my center out shawl crochet from a grounding square, and I made it so beautiful, so long, with like Hobby Lobby yarn. Yeah, Hobby Lobby yarn. Extra super soft, like acrylic yarn. I don't think there was any animal fiber in it at all. It was like extra super soft. Like, you gotta wonder what they did to make it so extra super yummy soft. But that is like, when Easter rolls around, you guys, like, actually right now I'm gonna start breaking it out. It's like beautiful pastel colors. I wish I had it here to show you guys. My favorite shawl, and it's really big and it's really long, and I really should have just kept going with the Malabrigo to make it the length that I want, but instead, you know, I wanted something that I could take to work, because if it was too long, it's a little bit too boho, and it's just not as professional as, you know, I would like to look at work. And so this is cool for like a Friday, and if it was a little bit shorter, then it would be just fine, and nobody would say anything, and nobody did. So it works. It worked. And in fact, I got complimented on it at work, and nobody knew that it was, you know, my own. People know now that if they see, you know, something hanging out, that I probably did it, but they don't always assume that I knit a sweater, because I'm not a sweater knitter. You know, I've never really bothered knitting too many sweaters, so I don't go to work. Like something like this that everybody's gonna know. Yeah, did you do that? It looks professional. Yeah, I did. Thanks. Okay, so that was that. And like I said, all the Malabrigo in my stash. What an amazing way to burn through your stash. I mean, burn through it. Just grab a project, grab some needles. Who cares what size they are? Who cares what size they are? Who cares how long they are? Who cares? Just grab needles, make yourself a little square, and keep going. Keep going until it's as long as you want it to be. The only problem is that you really have to pay attention, that you don't want it to be so big that it's gonna be falling off your hands, which is kind of happened to me with the grounding square. It was like practically on the floor, to be honest, but it's still cool because it's so freaking boho like that. So it kind of really hangs over my hands, but whatever, I make it work and I make it look cool, because that's what you gotta do. So great way, again, to burn through your stash super, super fast. It's just grab it and go, and who cares? Make it work. I didn't know if any of this was gonna work. Again, unplanned color palette, and yet, looks good. Looks good. It works. Here's my special project. This is the one that this is actually a really cool pattern. And I also did not add it to my Ravelry queue, or did I? Yes, I did. I did add it to my Ravelry queue. It is the turtle dove. Oh my gosh. You know what we're going to do, you guys? You know what we're going to do? We're going to share my screen. And this might F the whole thing up, but I'm going to share my screen. Oh, girl. Yes. Look at this. I hope this works. This is what I'm sharing with you guys. So I was looking at, I was on actually the Grocery Girls, because this COVID thing is freaking crazy. And they have been gracious enough to host a Grocery Girl episode like weekly or even bi-weekly, which has been very, very nice. I think I've watched most of them. I think I missed the last couple ones, which is fine. Anyway, on one of them, they decided to talk about the turtle dove. I think Tracy has knit the turtle dove before, and she loved it, but she's doing the turtle dove 2, which is this one. And I hope you guys can see it. It is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I mean, look at that collar. Look at that cuff. All twisted rib. All twisted rib. I hate twisted rib. What was I going to say? I was going to say I love twisted rib. I love the way it looks. I don't like to knit the twisted rib. Okay? It's a freaking hassle. But I figured it won't be so bad because it's just the collar, right? And it's just a tiny bit of a collar. It can't be bad. So I did it. I knit it, and it was amazing. I got all the way down to just about there, which is nowhere near my shoulder. On my shoulders, like over here. So I got to just about there. So just about that much of the collar. And I decided to try it on. Oh my goodness. I decided to try on the thing. And here, let me show you what that looked like. That is not pleasant. Yeah. So it's not going to do the sounds because I didn't choose to share the sound in the video, but that's what that looks like. Basically what I'm complaining about is that my neck is really short. It's much shorter than the 4-inch neck that is in the turtle too. Very disappointing because I actually wanted it to be a little bit longer, so it didn't really work out for me at all. And that was super duper disappointing. Super duper disappointing. That was not going to work out. Look at how I stretched it. I didn't have any F's to give at that point. I was so upset. And it was just not fitting me right. And you guys, I did a swatch, and yes, I half-assed the swatch. That's what I do. I don't like swatching. Nobody does. Who likes swatching? Raise your hand. Nobody. Not a single person in the room. Raise your hand. So that's the situation that I had going on there. So what I did was I ran out to get more stash. Yes, I did. I ran out to get more stash. Or I tried to run out to get more stash. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Oh yeah, Hobby Lobby is closed. And my friend here was trying to tell me that, you know, the CEO's a jerk. Don't go there. That's not going to stop me. I need to finish this sweater. I'm sorry. I don't care about your politics. I love you, but I don't care. So anyway, this is my dog wearing the thing. And what I did, again, I think I've said it already. Here, let me stop sharing the screen. Stop sharing. Nice. So what I did was I made my own. I just kept going, you guys, rather than stress out. This is the same yarn, you guys, I think. No, I'm lying. This is a different yarn. This is a much finer yarn, but it feels practically the same. Could be. You never know. But anyway, this is thicker yarn. It's kind of chunkier, and it's more Aran weight than chunky. But, oh, who's this girl? Who is this girl that does these? Hold on, I missed out on that with you guys. I have not been podcasting for a really, really, really long time because I just can't, like I couldn't concentrate. But here, this is the girl Sammy Sew 6291. Sweetest girl. She's got a little Etsy shop, which I can't remember the name of it right now. Let me see if I can click on it real quick so I can go there. It's called Sammy Sews Creations. She just left the name, but she did used to sew bags. And what she did was she started creating these little things so that she can attach them to her little bags. And this had a little unicorn on it, but of course I'm an asshole and I broke it. I broke it. It wasn't anyone's fault. I probably sat on it or the dog sat on it or whatever. But that is Sammy So's creation. She made that with her little bare hands, and it is just magnificent. I'm starting to feel like I'm losing a little bit of light, so I'm going to kind of bum rush through the rest of this. So this is my sweater, and I can't believe it. I think this is actually going to work, and it is supposed to be, I feel like, a little bit oversized, so I'm hoping that I nailed it. Yeah, I'm hoping that I nailed it, and I think that I am at this point ready to separate these sleeves, which is going to be wonderful. I'm going to curl up on the couch in a minute, separate the sleeves out, and just start knitting the body of my sweater. I'm so excited. I actually did order some more yarn. I went to the Hobby Lobby the other night, and it turns out the jerk CEO, he finally decided to close the store due to COVID. As a precautionary measure. What was happening is this guy was like, my wife speaks to God, and God said none of my employees will get sick. I know. I feel like an asshole for shopping there. I do. But I really like their yarn. It's cheap and it's beautiful. There is nothing at Michael's that I've ever found that knits up like this, okay? And when I block this, when I put this in water, this yarn is going to bloom. This is alpaca, and it is mixed with acrylic, and that is fine, you guys. The stuff that you get in a store is practically all nylon and acrylic. There's almost no wool in any sweater that you buy at a regular store. So I feel like I'm getting much more animal fiber in my sweater here while still keeping it machine washable, which is kind of important to me now. It didn't used to be, mostly because I didn't make so many things that needed to be washed and laid flat dry, except for like shawls and maybe some hats or something. But now I really want to get into more sweater knitting. I want to knit some more sweaters for myself. I've always been the type of knitter that's like, I'll knit something for myself when I lose weight. Bitch, you're not gonna lose weight. Stop it. Like, stop. Who cares if you do lose weight? You want to knit yourself something that even if you lose weight, you'll still fit in. Okay? So do that instead. And that's what I'm doing. Forget your body. Don't think about your body. Don't think about your double chin. Don't think about your gut. Don't think about anything else. Enjoy the process of your knitting and cover yourself in it. And that's what I'm going to start doing. That's why I did this, which I love, and I'm going to start another one. So I'm going to have to go stash shopping. Like, I need some acquisitions, guys, because I have literally burned through my yarn. I have like a nice big stash of Lion Brand thick and chunky yarn from Michael's and from anywhere else that I pick it up from. I had a field day month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 knitting hats. They're all up there, big chunky hats. I discovered the freaking messy bun hat, and that was when I had like actual hair that would look great in a messy bun because it was fake. It was like a lot of fake ass hair in my head, and for some reason all this fakery that I had going on my head, and I stopped podcasting. Go figure. It was beautiful. It was glorious. You should have seen it. Anyway, yeah, so now instead what I did was I permed it and I stopped dyeing it because you can't perm and dye your hair. It's a long story. And who knew I was going to get back into the podcasting thing. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to keep on doing it. I don't know. I like it. Do you like it? I kind of like it. This was fun. this was fun, and I hope to do it again. And next time I'll actually be better prepared, because I wasn't prepared for this. Anyway, so yeah, this is Turtle Dove 2 by Espace Fricot. That was really good, huh? I know. And I am knitting it on my Chaogu needles. And this is my Doctor Who. Oh! Bitches. You know you're jelly. I know you are. Chaogu needles, you guys. That's where it's at. Get the red cable twist ones. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's the red cable. Big, nice, and thick cable is never gonna like twirl around on you or bend inappropriately. Love it so very much. Anyway, I am excited. I can't wait to finish the sweater. When I finish it, hopefully I will get the sacks up to like get back on here and show it off to you guys. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I do hope to do this more regularly, and I will probably this time actually notify somebody and tell them that I'm actually doing this so that people actually watch the videos. I'll probably notify you on Instagram, because that's pretty much the only thing that I use. I'm also on TikTok now. Actually, I'm not. Dante is. Dante has Instagram and TikTok. He's TikTok famous, almost. All right, Nathan, it's time for food. Feed me.
Huh?
Feed me. I'm hungry.
We'll get off that.
Almost. Bye, guys. We'll see you soon. And stay healthy. Take care of yourselves. Don't get COVID. And if you do, tell me so that I can stay away from you. Bye.